and welcome back to the Great Builds YouTube channel. Today we're doing another LEGO Ninjago core review. However, this one will be quick considering it's one of the smallest sets of the second core wave. This is Kai's Race Car EVO, which is an EVO themed set, meaning that you can add to it as you build it, which retails for $10 in the US and contains a total of one minifigure. Now this set may implement the EVO aspect the best out of any Ninjago set we've seen so far from the core wave. This is the non-evolved form, so it'll allow us to take a look at some details in depth, and then we'll add the EVO aspects on and change the model to make its EVO form, so that we can talk about its EVO aspect after that. So make sure to stick to the end of the video to find out about that. Starting off with the main front of the car here, this set is a $10 set that uses stickers, which is interesting. So you can see there's a sticker detail up front, a grille on the front to represent the engine, as well as these side pieces made from these hinge pieces, as well as some gold stud pieces that are essentially made to look like a giant engine or motor for the car, which is very cool and adds to the depth of the front of the build. You can see that these wheels in the front are the same as the wheels in the back. They are completely plastic, there's no rubber outside, but the car still rolls around just fine. In fact, it may roll around better than you might expect. So, moving on to the top of it, you can see there's a cockpit here. This is not your regular car windscreen. This is like a airplane windscreen used on some LEGO City airplanes and Zane's Golden Dragon Jet, which was reviewed here on the channel. So, it's very interesting to see this used as a car. It has a very streamlined design. It matches up with the back nicely. And you can lift it up like so to access the minifigure inside, which we'll take a look back at later. On the side, you can see there's these big armored plated pieces with a sticker on them to make them flesh a bit with the other color of honeycomb yellow, which is used in this set. It's the same on both sides, and it's great to get more of these armor pieces because before these were locked in expensive sets. And towards the back, you can see it's the same wheels, and the back seems a little bit empty right now. You can see there's a Technic pin, and that has to do with the EVO aspect, which we'll begin taking a look at after we look at the minifigure in this set. This is the minifigure that comes in this set. This is Kai in his core suit. Kai is one of the ninja I reviewed on Minifigure Thursdays this week, so if you want a more detailed info about some of the colors he uses, then you can look at him there. However, this version of Kai does not come with the armor piece, but he does get gold katanas featured on the vehicle you can use as weapons. Overall, this is a great minifigure. It takes some unique colored designs, and I would love to see this minifigure used in more sets in the future, especially since this minifigure is found here as the cheapest set, unless you want to go to the LEGO store and fill out one of their Build a Minifigure series, where you can build Kai, Lloyd, or Nia as any of the ninja options from there. So, you are able to achieve getting them from a cheaper set in terms of, like, value for 3 minifigures than this set. However, other than this minifigure used to only be available in a $35 set or more expensive level, which is not very good, but I'm glad they featured him in a $10 set. Now let's take a look back at the vehicle, and here's the moment you've been waiting for, the EVO aspect of this set. Most EVO aspects really only ask that you remove a thing to place more stuff in the vehicle or just add gold pieces. And while this vehicle does add gold pieces, it changes the EVO aspect system a little bit, because when you actually change it, you're actually told to entirely remove the wheels and flip them inside out. And you can do this to every single wheel on the vehicle, which is kind of interesting. It gives a very interesting idea for play. I wouldn't say that I've ever seen this used on sets before, but it is always kind of funny how you can just flip wheels around on stuff. So, in the end, your car will look something like this with the bigger outline to the wheels on the outside. I guess this is to make it look more faster, and it does give the vehicle a slight suspension, because you can actually, like, move the vehicle around a bit, which I think is really cool. It's cool to have suspension in a $10 set, but on top of that, you get some gold details to add to this vehicle, which is, like, basically the epitome of Ninjago. Everyone knows that Ninjago sets usually have gold on them. So here we can attach these pieces of Technic to the back, which create, with the C-band blades, a spoiler, which can make your car do a flip, which is kind of cool. And additionally, you get 2 golden sword pieces, which can be attached to the side of the vehicle, which I'll show you here. Now, these swords can be detached for the actual minifigures to hold, but they just add a little bit slight more detail to the vehicle itself. And now this vehicle looks like it's a little bit more armored and ready to go racing against some villains or something. Now, what are my thoughts on this set? Well, first let's talk about something that I found interesting with this set. This set has been around for a couple of months now, and I have been unable to obtain this because every single time that I see it in stores, I don't think to pick it up, and then I go next week and it's out of stock. So this set tends to fly off the shelves quicker, or stores are just removing them from shelves. I don't know what the deal is, but there are clearly harder times when it comes to finding this particular set. Now, in terms of what you get with this set, this may be debatably the best EVO set in my opinion, so it is good if you like the EVO aspect, but it's also a really good build for a Ninja car if you don't want to buy one of the larger scaled cars that Ninjago released for Kai in the past. Additionally, the only thing that could have made this set any better was giving it a minifigure, but similar to Jay's Lightning Jet EVO, which is something else I reviewed on this channel, it doesn't come with a villain minifigure, and I guess that limits play opportunities, but when you're looking at a plane or a car, do you really need a villain to fight? I mean, it's just fun to play with this as is. I mean, the flipping feature I showed earlier is just good enough as is. You could totally have a good time with this vehicle. Now, in terms of, like, the use of pieces, I'm impressed with how they decided to do the cockpit from an airplane as the windshield, and it encloses the minifigure rather nicely. Now, there is technically no room for you to have a sword on, but you could put the ninja's armor on too, and it would work just fine. So it's great if you want to customize it that way. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this review. Now, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. I'd really appreciate if we could get some more subscribers on the channel, because I'd love more people to see these reviews, and more people to see how awesome the LEGO sets that LEGO's releasing really are, from a position that isn't part of the LEGO Ambassador Network. So feel free to tell others about this video, I'd really appreciate it. And I plan to do some other reviews coming soon on the channel for some more mock showcases that I'm going to do, as well as some more Ninjago reviews. I'm planning to get the rest of the Core Wave sets from the second season of Core, so you'll have to stay tuned for that. It's cool because some of these might be going on sale starting soon, so it would be a good idea to think about getting some of these now if you would like to get them. Now, I hope you all had a great time watching this video, and have a great day.